and go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we make the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets and say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, never get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest, so for real nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity, you suck, home made way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for them.
Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a riff. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Nah, but it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they signed already. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on stand my.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, when the schedule came out back in May and folks made their lists of what might possibly be the best games of the year, this one definitely garnered a lot of votes. So now here we are, week 4, Mahomes versus Rodgers on what could be a very memorable Sunday night.
Made even more memorable by the fact that, as you mentioned, their first meeting ever. Now, there have been 2 other opportunities, but an injury to Mahomes and illness with Rodgers prevented these two from hooking it up. But that's going to happen in this one. And now, finally, those two going head-to-head.
Well, the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A short throw to Kohlman, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. They'll give to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Rodgers. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give up the middle to Carter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A big play there for KC. 45 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Richie James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hall on to give up the middle. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Hall again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Throw right side, Wilson. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away. Changes what your play called.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes punching it in from a yard away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he's playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he's maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Waiting on it will be Richie James. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out come the Jets. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Rodgers now on first down. They'll set up, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by there he goes, left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Brees Breece Hall help leading out this offense for another series.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rodgers now on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And again, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
On first down, Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. James now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Being chased out left. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On first down, Mahomes. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chiefs have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this incomplete.
An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with,
and he loses the football a second time.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escapes the sack. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Sky Moore.
43 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York.
Here's James returning.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Richie James with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On first down, right back to Hall.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Looking to throw. Rodgers able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to at least get 1 score back.
Zerline good with a PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 67 yards. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. On the return, it's James. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Sky Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
James now to return it.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. Don't you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that almost their first INT in the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mahomes going to throw. On the move to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Rodgers. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs just continue to roll. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 71-yard punt return.
And the Chiefs are pouring it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers going to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. This is taken at the 23.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to... It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A short throw to Kohlman, the tight end.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now it's Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Kansas City, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You gotta love. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they gotta look.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking on, got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I